Hello and welcome to the news on Enyimba TV. We are reaching you from Abia, the commercial and industrial hub of Abia State, Nigeria. First, here are the top stories. IMF wants federal government to remove fuel and electricity subsidies. Organized labor to picket distribution companies' premises nationwide over the hike in electricity tariff today. NLC threatens Abia State government with strike action over new verification plans. These and other stories shortly. My name is Esther Chima. Please stay tuned. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) is warning the federal government of Nigeria to remove what it called implicit fuel and electricity subsidies. In a report published by the IMF and cited by Enyimba TV News, the organization told Nigeria that the subsidies would guzzle 3% of the nation's gross domestic product in 2024, as against 1% in the year before. According to the report, the IMF commended the federal government for, among other things, phasing out costly and regressive energy subsidies, saying this was critical to creating fiscal space for development spending and strengthening social protection while maintaining debt sustainability. IMF, however, noted that adequate compensatory measures for the poor were not scaled up promptly and subsequently paused over corruption concerns. Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) will picket the office of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and distribution companies' premises nationwide today over the hike in electricity tariff. Their action followed a hike in the tariff for electricity consumers who enjoy at least 20 hours of daily power supply. The National Treasurer of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Olatunji Ambili, confirmed the planned protest while insisting on the reversal of the tariff hike to the subsidy era. The Labour action is expected to lead to the shutdown of the Abuja headquarters of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, the Ministry of Power, and state offices of power distribution companies. Federal government says it remains committed to enhancing food and nutrition security as it prepares farmers for the 2024 wet season farming in the country. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, gave this assurance in Abuja while giving an update on government's preparation for wet season farming. Kyari said that the ministry would distribute 2.15 million bags of assorted fertilizers donated by the Central Bank of Nigeria to Nigerian farmers. He said that fertilizers donated by CBN comprised urea, NPK, and SSP, valued at over 100 billion naira. Enyimba TV gathers that 2 months after the Central Bank of Nigeria handed over 2.15 million bags of fertilizers to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, the ministry is yet to begin distribution of the farm input. Senator representing Borno South Senatorial District in the Senate, Ali Ndume, is condemning the controversial cybersecurity levy as proposed by the federal government, saying that it is not proper for the government to continue to levy the citizens while nothing is done to increase their income. Ndume, in a televised interview, said the proposed cybersecurity levy would increase the tax burden on Nigerians. The Cybersecurity Act was recently amended by the members of the National Assembly, including Ndume. He, however, said that while he supported the act, he didn't support this part that has placed a burden on Nigerians. Ndume said the lawmakers alone should not take the blame for the act, saying that where some things escape the notice of the lawmakers, civil society organizations and the labor unions are supposed to point out gray areas during the public hearing. National Identity Management Commission says about 107.3 million persons have been recorded in the ongoing nationwide national identity number enrollment so far. Abisoye Kuka Odusote, the Director General of NIMSI, disclosed this at First Media Interactive Session in Abuja, where she announced her achievements since assumption of office in August. She added that the Commission had equipped all NIMSI enrollment centers as most of the equipment were outdated, saying the systems were acquired as far back as 2011. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike has considered that he made a mistake to support Siminalayi Fubara to succeed him as the governor of Rivers State. Wike, who was speaking at a function in Ogu, Bolo local government area of Rivers State, apologized to the people of the state for his mistake. He said he is a human who is bound to make mistake, assuring the people, however, that the mistake would be corrected at the appropriate time. Enyimba TV News recalls some days ago, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara was quoted as saying that he appreciates Wike for supporting him to become the governor, but would not worship him. Political leaders in Rivers State have vowed to resist any plan to demolish the House of Assembly quarters as the dispute between the lawmakers and Governor Siminalayi Fubara worsens. They took a stand when they visited the lawmakers to assess the state of the premises in Port Harcourt. Members of the House of Representatives, local government chairman, and key figures from different political parties converged on the legislator's residence. The assembly members took the delegation on tour to show that there was no justifiable reason for that. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana insists Rivers State House of Assembly members who decamped to the All Progressives Congress from the People's Democratic Party have lost their positions in the lawmaking body. He explained this in a Monitor television interview while faulting Governor Siminalayi Fubara for directing members of the State Assembly to meet at the Government House, saying the legislature is independent of the executive. He also described President Bola Tinubu's intervention in the political crisis rocking Rivers State as extra-legal, while adding that there is no provision outside of the law to resolve the political crisis. As part of its mandate to rid the country of criminality, specifically crude oil theft, the Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe has destroyed over 40 illegal refining sites at Okwa Forest in Okwa West local government area of Abia State. The commander of the Joint Military Force, Rear Admiral John Okeke, who led the operation, said that over 40 sites operating in the area were refining stolen crude oil siphoned by oil thieves. The commandant also called on residents of the region to partner with the security agencies to rid the operational area of criminals, saying the area of Operation Delta Safe will never be a haven for illegality, especially those criminals that have engaged in pilfering of our oil. The leadership of the Abia State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress has tackled the state governor, Alex Oti, over the ongoing verification that has allegedly left many workers unpaid for over 7 months. This was disclosed in a circular cited by Enyimba TV and signed by the state chairman of NLC, Okoro Ogbonnaya. The Congress directed the state workforce not to submit themselves for the verification until issues surrounding the planned exercise are ironed out. The State Council of Congress wonders on what happened to the first verification exercise in the state, in which many workers are yet to be verified and their salaries withheld by government for over 7 months. Enyimba TV News gathers that there is an official statement from the office of the Abia State Head of Service directing workers across ministries, parastatals, and the 17 local councils to submit themselves to online verification effective from May 10 to May 31st, 2024. One person was reportedly killed and scores injured when the people of Okwa community in Cross River State invaded their Isu neighbors in Arochukwu local government area of Abia State. Some other indigents of Isu are also presently battling for life after being shot by the Okwa people, while many villagers have also taken refuge in bushes or fled to neighboring villages for protection. The attack by the Okwa people was sparked by a land in Isu, Abia State, which is rich in limestones and other natural resources. According to the President General of Isu, Nicholas Carlo, who also accused the Okwa people of Cross River of attempting to seize the land from the rightful owners, Isu. Abia State Governor, represented by his deputy, Ikechukwu Emetu, who visited the community, has ordered the immediate transfer of scores of gunshot victims to a specialist hospital for proper medical attention, with attendant bills to be fully paid by the state government. Now from the foreign scene, internet users in Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda and Uganda have been complaining about poor connectivity as service providers across East Africa acknowledge there has been a problem. They have said they are working to fix it. The patchy service was a result of faults in the undersea cables that connect the region to the rest of the world through South Africa. A similar outage was experienced in parts of West and Southern Africa in March. Cloudflare Radar, which monitors internet connectivity, said that Tanzania was of the worst affected countries, with traffic falling to 30% of expected levels. Tanzania's Citizens newspaper described what has happened as an internet blackout that has affected major network channels. And that is the size of the package. But before we go, here are the main points again. International Monetary Fund has warned federal government to remove what it called implicit fuel and electricity subsidies. Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and the Trade Union Congress TUC will picket the office of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and distribution companies' premises nationwide today over the hike in electricity tariff. The leadership of the Abia State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress has tackled the state governor Alex Oti over the ongoing verification that has allegedly left many workers unpaid for over 7 months. That's our package of the news at this period. Please join us for more updates in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell to receive alerts when new videos are uploaded. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Esther Chima. Thank you so much for watching.